And welcome back to HirePresence. This is Pat Dewar, and we've got a great show going. My guest today, Jody Holland, is an author, a speaker, and he owns a company called MuRF Systems. And we're talking about how to get the right mix between employee and employer, how to find out what it is that you want to do when you grow up. What were you really built for? And a lot of times people don't know that, and they go in and they look at something and they go, I don't really want to do that. I know that all of us have had that experience. And in fact, what they say right now is that, I think it's Career Builder says that 67% of employees don't really like their job. With so many people out of work, I hope we can give you some tips and tools to help you find the one you'll love. Jody, thanks for being on the show.
You bet.
Now, we want to go into a little bit of that. Why do people not like their job so much?
Well, there's a variety of reasons. Again, going back to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, they say that over 80% of people quit their job because of a poor relationship with their direct supervisor. So you could say statistically, people don't like their job because they don't like their boss. And I think that has more to do with it than anything else. And the training piece that we provide is what helps in that area. When you think about becoming a boss, I know when I was first put in charge of other people, I went from being everyone's buddy to being their boss. I had no idea how to be the boss. You don't just magically possess the right skill sets just because you got a title. So we started looking at what are the things that make a person successful on the job, and it's mostly soft skills, but communication, motivation, corrective counseling, conflict resolution, problem solving, all of those work together to make an employee more engaged by their boss.
But those also sound like the kind of tips and tools that a potential employee
Absolutely.
would want to possess when they go in, even into the interview process.
Absolutely. SHRM, the National Society of Human Resource Management, says that hiring decisions are typically made in the first 4 minutes of meeting a person. So you have 4 minutes to make that first impression. And in reality, in the training programs that I've done for people who are unemployed, executives looking for work, it's really 10 seconds. The way you shake hands, the way you walk into the room, the way you carry yourself will all say you're hardworking, dedicated, loyal, and driven, or you're lazy, inept, don't want to do your job. It's going to say something about you. And so when you watch your nonverbals and you learn how to carry yourself as you start an interview, your likelihood of getting hired can go up by as much as 80%. So our personalities play into the way that we carry ourselves. Looking at Marston's research from the 1920s originally, he did the DISC profile. A lot of people are familiar with the DISC: dominance, influence, steadiness, and conscientiousness. Dominant people tend to carry themselves very forward, very direct. The influencers, these are the happy-go-lucky, please pay attention to me kind of people. And they're the ones that they're going to raise their hand and high-five people, and they're going to be much more boisterous in their presentation. The steady people will be very reserved, staying in the back, and the conscientious people, they will go to the internet and they will apply in 300 places, but they will not go to people. They will wait for people to come to them. So the steady and the conscientious folks have the greatest difficulty getting hired, but it's because of the way they communicate. And some simple changes that you can make in your communication style will help you get that job much quicker.
Well, just so that people get some real massive value even out of the show today, I would love to know, what are a couple of keys? When you talk about 10 seconds, what are the things that somebody can do? And it's not just a steady handshake and a firm eye. What else can they do to even raise their confidence even as they walk in or before they walk in? What are the little things that they can do? A couple of points.
Number one, dress one level above the job you're going for.
Okay.
So if it's a jeans and t-shirt kind of job, wear jeans and a collared shirt tucked in. Always dress one level above, and that the way that you dress will exude how you feel about yourself. The second thing, the handshake, those kinds of things really are important, but your stride is really important as well. Shoulders back, long stride, firm handshake, and look them in the eye when you shake hands, and introduce yourself with your full name. Those are just some very simple things in the first 5 seconds that will make a lasting impression on the person. Another easy thing to do, find out what is identified in their office that is similar. So something that you can talk about, that you can be engaged with. Those are just a few things that I can think of off the top of my head that will give you a leg up.
Well, it's always that rapport building. A lot of people don't know how to build rapport. And the fact is it's being a little bit attentive. It's sales 101.
Yes.
Being a little bit attentive and making sure that you understand you are making a presentation in every second that you're there.
Yeah.
And we've been teaching on this show and the other previous shows. We've been talking about how to make sure that you're prepared for it, for the interview. You know the person, in the sense that you know about them. You've looked them up.
Yes.
So when we look at when we get back from the break, I want to go into how the employer can begin to use some of these resources, what they're really looking for. Because when we're talking about HirePresence, it's all about getting your next job, right? Or getting a job that you want, getting the job of your dreams even, because it's very possible. It really is.
Absolutely.
To go, like Jeff Curley and I were talking last week. It was all about how do we find that job that we feel like we're robbing somebody by accepting a paycheck. I know right after the break we're going to go a lot deeper into how you can land your dream job. And this has been HirePresence. We'll be right back.
Yvonne is a sweetheart. She's an awesome person, an awesome inspiration to us all.
Yvonne does not just talk the talk, she walks the walk about what's important in life and what she thinks changes for people.
Yvonne is so positive that she makes me want to be a better me.